So, hello myRockworld. I'm here in Munich with the Scottish rock band Estrella. Welcome Paul and Nathan.
That's right, yeah.
Yes, hello.
Not everyone is familiar with your name. Please introduce yourself and give us a brief history of the band.
We're called Estrella from Scotland. It's not the sort of average name you'd expect, but the name came about. It's a long story. But three of us are brothers, and we were in bands before. Me, Luke and Nathan, the front three are brothers, and we were in bands before back in Thurso, where we're from, in the Highlands. Okay. So we're Highlanders. We're right at the top, and we decided let's make a band together. And you can always trust your brothers, and you can always. We used to practice in the act, so I could always boot them awake and say, "Come on, time for practice." But anyway, I digress. Brief history is we got together as a band, as brothers. Went down. We got Leo from Elgin to join us. He's a drummer, and we moved to Aberdeen. We played a lot of gigs around Aberdeen, then around UK, and now we worked with John T. Sinclair, who was Ozzy Osbourne's keyboardist, for many years. He helped us with our first album, and then from that we toured it a lot, and we toured through sort of Europe as well, and here we are in Germany touring again.
So you are all coming from different musical directions, or?
Well, because three of us are brothers, they're quite similar, because our dad used to listen to a lot of the old rock music, so that sort of helped influence us.
Okay. It's all stadium rock bands like Def Leppard, Aerosmith, AC/DC that basically whole band's inspired by, and obviously you can see it on our show as well.
Tell us something about your album, Come Out and Play. It was released 2012?
That's right, yeah.
Yes, it was released a couple of years ago. We did a lot of it, like I said, for John T. Sinclair, who was Aussie keyboardist. We did a lot of it sort of up at his. He's got a little studio up in home studio in Inverness. We did a lot of prep work there. Then we went down to London and did sort of finished it off down in London, Ignition Studios.
He brought in his old friend back in, because obviously he played for Uriah Heep as well, John T. And brought in his friend Ashley Howe, who basically did the finishing mixing and production, and then that was a finished album as you hear it. So,
tell us a bit about Come Out and Play. Where did the songs come together? Did you have you write it all alone?
No, it's some songs.
Again, it's like you said. I mean, we basically went up to our good friend John T's house, where he had a small studio. It was just relentless, just at his place. He was throwing ideas, we were throwing ideas, and
some songs were written maybe sort of before. We took maybe a song or two from the original EP and done it up. She's Got It's one of them. Other songs were done while we lived in Aberdeenshire, and consuming beer, and other songs were added, because we only had about 10-11 songs, but then we added 3 more to make it 14, and those songs sort of came from in the studio. We sort of worked together with John and the rest of the guys, and those songs came out as well.
There's a nice cover version from Frankie Miller's song, Let's Do It to Be Drop. What makes you decide to choose this one?
First off, good call that you said Frankie Miller, because people say Witness. They go, "That's a nice Witness cover," and I go, "Actually, that's actually Frankie Miller." But well, it's sort of through John. I think John had worked with Frankie before, and he did
his crew and stuff. Yeah, and
he sort of recommended it. So you know what, we could take a song, we could rock it up in the Estrella sort of format, and
again as well, it also plays homage to him, a fellow Scot as well. So it's covering a Scots song, being Scots as well. So there's all that connection as well.
And it's a good start, good statement for the start.
Let's do it. We drum,
Next question: how important is it for you to be connected with the fans and the internet? Do you think a band or music could survive these days without social media?
No way. No, you need it. It goes hand in hand. You need Facebook, you need social media as much as playing live gigs. I think it just connects everybody.
I think if anything, social media is more important than actually getting out and playing nowadays. Many. Well, as I said, there's so many bands out there, and online. The only way to kind of separate yourself is to, make that connection online. Allow people to physically talk to the band and meet. And
I think that through Facebook and stuff, it helps you keep connected with fans. Because if not, then you'd have to come to live gigs, and not everyone's got money to go to every live gig. But it just keeps you involved and keeps them interested. And you definitely need it in this day and age. You can't be in a band without Facebook and social media stuff. That's my statement. Okay.
Who were your heroes starting out playing music? Nathan?
For me, it was Queen. I used to like Freddie Mercury. The Queen, yeah, I'm a big fan. Now, like obviously, like my first album I had was Made in Heaven by Queen, and that was for me the start. But as Paul said, like our dad grew up listening to all the rock stuff, so like Europe and Ozzy Osbourne and all that stuff. We grew up with all that. Okay. But as I said, for a hero, it would be Queen, yeah.
For me, I have their logo tattooed on my arm. I think it's sort of Aerosmith that really sort of changed it for me. I think it was on the tape. I can't remember the name of the album. Permanent Vacation. I heard on the tape and thought, oh yes, I want to be this style of sort of music or this style of band, and then from there, it just took off. I love it, and you could probably sort of hear a little bit in the old voice.
Have you seen them live, Aerosmith?
We have. We've seen them a couple of years ago at Download. Was it a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's next for Estrella? Any new album, maybe a second one? Or?
Yes, we've already got some material recorded. We hope to get. I think by the end of the year we'll definitely have a new album, or at least an EP, like 5-track. But I think an album.
Yeah, we're definitely an album. We've got a couple of singles we're working on just now, but the idea is like we're gonna. Obviously, we're finishing off this tour with House of Lords, and then we've got another short tour with a band called Eden's Curse. That's later in May, and then after that, the plan is to get in the studio, start working on some new tracks, and just basically see what we had produced at the end of a month in the studio.
Well, there definitely will be new material, because it's been a couple of years since this album. We can't ride the same album forever. People are like, come on, same songs again?
We can try.
we can try and write it, but they're definitely, by the end of the year, it's definitely going to be some singles out, a video, and
maybe another Frankie Miller cover song.
Funnily enough, we have been talking about it.
Really?
Yeah, we have been talking about a couple of.
There might be. Yeah,
just keep your ears peeled.
Yeah, there might be.
That's funny. We have last year we've had an interview with Spike from Choir Boys, and he's in contact with Frankie Miller, and he's recording, I think, an album with Frankie Miller, new songs.
Yeah. Heard about. Nick was saying about we were in the studio as well. A guy we're working with in the studio is also working with Spike on the recording side of things. Yeah. But funnily enough, Frankie Miller has actually heard our version of Let's Do It. We know a guy that gave it to him, and he gave us a thumbs up, so he absolutely loved it. So
that's good.
You know.
So last question, some words to the fans.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for liking us and coming out and keep supporting us, because we'll keep supporting you. You know, we can't do it without you. And I'll have a beer and Slanjiva.
I like your tour bus. Do you have any special tour bus story or something? Some secrets that nobody knows?
There is like we had a bit of a mishap on the way to it was Denmark,
yeah, first gig tour.
Probably fuck it.
What happened?
The exhaust fell off, so we put together a tin of beans, a tin of Tennants, and some an old bass string and some duct tape, and that got us through a few gigs. But then we had to change it. We did get it changed.
So like the A-Team.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what I felt like.
Exactly like the A-Team, actually. Why did we play that music while we were doing it?
Okay.
But there is going to be pics up online of it. I think there is, but yeah.
Okay, Paul, Nathan, many thanks.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Cheers,
Bye.
buddy. Thank you.